Hello everyone, Haljack here and welcome. This is the eve of the launch of Cities XL. I am actually going to be live streaming this event on Twitch because why not? I don't know how good it will be, but for you, those of you on YouTube, you'll be seeing this as the final part of my playthrough via Simtropolis.com. So welcome. I think in this part what I'd like to do is kind of just do a run through of the city that I've built so far, maybe talk about some expectations that I have for the game, some things I might like to see improved, and some stuff I really like about it. So really not a whole lot of city building in this part, I don't think. Just basically going to be doing a tour and stuff. I will do my own video of my overall impressions of the game and stuff, but that will be after the launch of the game. So for now, I just wanted to kind of show you what I've built over the past few parts and kind of test out my streaming and whatever, but check it out here. So I'm going to start, I think I'll just start down this road here, this 6-lane one-way road that I built. Where does it start? Oh yeah, I built the bridge all the way down here. It's a big road that could one day connect to cities on either edge, right? The cities could be... Ooh, I think I just got a congratulations there. I guess I unlocked a new city, capital city. So that's pretty cool. 32,000 people. I can build a harbor and a cargo harbor. So maybe I'll check out the harbor building. Maybe a dam or something in this part. And query a few more things. Just to see how well it goes. Ooh. So I think I'll start... I was going to start with that one-way road. I just got very sidetracked. The one-way road doesn't really fill up with traffic. I guess you gotta wait a minute for it to catch up. Kind of like in many games how that has to happen. So it's interesting the lane markings here, right? You have 2 lanes that turn left and 2 that turn right, but of course the lane on each side goes straight. So basically you can't go straight on the right or the left road despite there being a lane on each side. I don't know. I think it's alright. There's definitely plenty of lanes, and these lanes here could be dedicated for traffic turning right here. Here there's a double right turn, so you need to make sure that, well, I guess this lane would be turning as well. So basically the right lane on each side of this intersection turns, and that's all. And the left lane, of course, in this direction here. So that's kind of cool. Continue on this road here. Now this road used to be, I believe, 6 lanes, so there's bus stops on each side. I wonder how that actually works with the game here. I can't even click on the bus stops because, you know, most buses are only really designed to stop in the direction of travel that they travel in, like, you know, right side or left side of the road. So if you're doing, like, say, Great Britain, they would travel on the left, and so the doors would be on the left. If you're traveling on the right, the bus's doors would be on the right. So I wonder how they configured it, because you can do right or left-hand drive. It looks like there's a door on that side of the bus. They kind of... Whoa, where are you going, buddy? That guy's going nuts. I don't see a door on that side. So it's really not designed very well. This bus stop here because the door's on the wrong side of the bus. But I'll continue down my trek of this street here. I'll get rid of the camera for a second. I mean, I'll make it full camera mode, I guess is what you call it. So this was the very congested part of the road. So this is what was most in demand for the widening work. Looks like it did pretty well here. It's kind of moving all right. right? Still, a lot of traffic likes to hog that one lane, and that one lane, and that one lane. There are 6 lanes in each direction, buddy. You can do whatever you want. But no, they just want to stay in that particular lane. So that's probably one thing that they've been looking into and hopefully improving. Also, all these like vans, like these, like so many hot dog vans and stuff. These people really like their Franks. Just keep going down this road here. A little bit of a jog. Nothing that I can't handle though. And then we keep going on the side of this nice park here. I, for one, would like to drive down this road. I think that'd be very cool to drive on. Then I kind of have the road abruptly end over here, but just for the sake of it being, you know, the last part before I actually buy the game and build, this is a real city, but build a city that I'll continue to be working on. I'm just going to extend it just for the hell of it. So, kind of boom, boom. And then over here, I kind of wanted to make this road kind of join up with it again. So just for the heck of it, convert this one back to 6 lanes. Can't upgrade that road type? Alright, fine. Demolish it. I'm still on the upgrade tool. You know what, keeping this straight probably works out a little bit better. Is it like me building anywhere here? No. Alright, I'll get rid of this road. Space already occupied. Oh, I put a stupid clinic here or something. I don't care. This would be the last of the city anyway. Possible at all to have these bridges line up? I mean, they line up on that side, but not quite on the other. I'm sure with a lot of finesse, it would work pretty well. And then where does this want to connect to? Does that all work? This is an interesting lane design here, because technically, yes, you are turning left. So there's 4 lanes that turn left, 3 that turn right. Of course, one does both there. That is kind of a dangerous intersection, though I don't know how many people would like to be driving there. But it's interesting just to see the possibilities of intersection design. I think the most I built was a 6-way intersection. So that's kind of cool. Have I made any crazy highway interchanges? Not a lot of crazy stuff. I want to save that for like my own playthrough of the game. But I did make this thing over here. So compared to a lot of stuff that I've seen from other streamers and other people that have played the game, this looks... I don't want to say that I one-up them, but it definitely looks a lot better than some of the stuff I've seen. So at least I've got that going on for me. So the one interesting part here is that it goes over this this rail line. These bridges here, I would have liked to get the slope and the grading of it a little bit better, but based on the conditions that I had, I couldn't really extend that any further than there. So I think going forward, what I'd be doing is making sure that when I build, you know, a large exchange like this, make sure that there's nothing in the way, so I can kind of tweak and perfect everything as much as I think it needs to be. So having this railway crossing, I know it's not really part of the interchange, but it did provide some kind of challenge, because I did have to elevate this road a bit further, and then here I elevated this to a level 1 road, and then I put it up another level just to get it over that overpass there. But in the end, I think it looked pretty good, despite, you know, the lack of an acceleration lane. Like, that is the very best angle that I could get. It really wanted me to extend it crazy out. So if you were just to go to, like, the highways thing here and just build an off-ramp, like, it looks like you're able to do that, but as soon as you click it, look at what it wants you to do. It wants you to, like, stick it out. And that's on the curve road. If you're trying to build straight, it hates you even more. So say you have, like, a ramp that's just like that, and you want to go this way, look, it won't connect. It wants you to go, like, all the way out that way, or even like that. I think that's a very sharp on-ramp, but I'm getting a little off topic. But yeah, I was kind of looking forward to the highways. One thing I did learn when I built this exchange is that it used to be a park law. I used to have some loops, but it created full intersections. So I think going forward I'll be building one-way road overpasses so that the loops can be used per direction of travel instead of for both. But I'm digressing a bit, and I've got a lot of money, so I'm going to build a dam and a harbor just to see how it works. I'm also just going to buy as many pieces of land as I can. So where's a good spot for a harbor? I can probably put the dam there. I already own that. The harbor might be nice over here. Where? At the bottom here? Then where do I want the dam? I don't know. Having the harbor over here probably makes sense, because this is where the place opens up a bit. So I'll purchase that area. So I'll build a harbor. Where would that be? Would that be in transportation? So the only thing I didn't unlock was an airport. I need 65,000 people for that, so that's quite a lot. So the port's not too big. It's also not very expensive. And then what's this? This is the actual harbor itself. 80,000, so a little bit more money. You have room for cargo ships and stuff, so I'll build that about there. I'm going to take out a bunch of loans so I can build that dam. Maybe I'll build like a huge dam at the edge of this, at the mouth of the river here. Maybe flood my city a bit or something, I don't know. So, how do I take out a loan? Loans. That's where I take out a loan. Pyramid Capital. Alright, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I got a whole bunch of money now. I'm just going to build a gigantic dam because I want to. And okay, so a road does build over it, so that's cool. Like, it has to kind of slope up a bit. Of course, these now have power because it's right by a gigantic dam. Okay, this guy doesn't have power. I guess he's a little too far away. Okay. I guess a quick little transmission line will take care of that. And, of course, a quick water pipe to civilization will also work. I wonder what kind of flooding this will generate. I might put the simulation on super fast. I can already see some breaches. Oh, wow. That's cool. I'm gonna flood my city. I don't need to be careful of these dams. The whole point of me doing this. Holy crap, it's actually preaching. That's awesome. This goes to show you that you just can't build dams wherever you want. That was a very expensive piece of infrastructure. It's already breaching the banks. That's funny. I'm gonna put it on super fast mode just to see what the heck happens. Can I even build a road over this flooded area? Yeah, it doesn't really care too much, does it? Yeah, I really don't give a crap about this city. I mean, I did, but now I have a whole new game to give a crap about, rather than this, so... Yeah, I guess it's controlling it. There was some breaches, but it's gone. Maybe if I build like a series of dams, I can like increase the river flow. The riverbed. Just for the heck of it. I wonder if I can also like elevate the dams a bit. Can I press page up? No, it doesn't work. This is just to see what happens. So breaches it, and then what kind of engineer like even allowed me to build that dam there? Like really? And of course now I'm making a deficit. I'm gonna tax the crap out of my citizens, just so I can get as much money as I can. 29. So yeah, I think the game's pretty fun. No, not one. Come on. Little thing I've got around with it. Come on, come on. Alright, fine, you get a 1% tax break, because I can't click over there. Somehow when I click and drag, my mouse goes to the center. I don't know if it's just my computer or other people are having problems. Alright, I'm somehow making $100 and something thousand a week. Look at me, I'm rich. Everyone's pissed. But now I can do whatever I want. I need money for dams. Beavers aren't doing a good enough job. Really not doing a whole lot in terms of flood control. Come on, buddy. Everyone hates me. My population's already gone down by a lot. My income's gone down by a lot. I think all the rich folk moved out. But think about all the dams you're buying, buddy. Can I build another one? I'll build one right here. Slope's too steep. What if I was to build one like right at the mouth of this this pond here? I can get away with that. See what happens here. It's almost like a lock system. Like the water level over here is a little higher than over here. And then as you get down... I wonder what my population will be like before the end of the stream. Because it's already down to 3,000 people. The banks are certainly a lot higher here. I'm almost got flooding here. Alright, now I'm losing tons of money. I'm gonna go bankrupt just to see what happens. But I haven't saved, so I can always kind of come back to where I was when I started this. Looks like Detroit. That's mean, I know, but I was able to use the pun. There's still a couple of holdouts like this guy. Bankruptcy alert! So when you get to minus this blurry number here, you get a bankruptcy alert. The city is on the brink of bankruptcy. You must cut city services, shutting them down, and raise taxes to gain more income. You can also take a loan if any are available. I already took out all the loan. There's also a bailout option. If the above measures are not enough, you can take a bailout to save the city. But a bailout disables further achievement. And it only gives me $50,000. That's like my weekly loss right now. Why not? I'll take the bailout, but that's only going to help me out for like half a week. I think this is my 6-way intersection right here, if you're curious to see. Oh no, I was about to say only buses use it, but there's still a few holdouts. 783 people is my population, and I'm now negative $97,000. Negative 100K. But look at this high school. You'd have like a whole classroom to yourself. Oh, that's the university. Right, you'd have the whole university to yourself. 500 people. How low do I need to go to get bankrupt? There's a question that I'm sure a lot of people want answered. Currently, minus 250,000. Still going strong. Your citizens are feeling sick because they're paying so much money. 387 is the population now. Who is still here? This was the tallest building in my city. Now it looks like something out of RoboCop. What's it called? Tweet. Terrell Hotels. This was once a very nice hotel with a look around the whole city and a helipad on top. Nothing. Do I just keep going in the red? Like, do they even care? I'm 500,000 in the hole now. Building is burned down, but the fire department still got full funding. I want to follow a bus. 0 people on the line. Honestly, what do I have to do to get booted out of office? Am I just like the mayor for life? Should be like a revolution or something starting right now. $700,000. No, close to 800,000 now. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Alright, if I get to 1 million and I'm not bailed out, I'm just gonna load it up my previous save. Because this is pretty ridiculous. Nope, still $1 million. And somehow my happiness is +9. 330, 20, 320, 318, 330 again. It's like just enough people, they just don't want to leave no matter what. Ghost Town City. At least the trains are still running. Or maybe that was the last train. 200 now, 280, 270. Yeah, but there's no congestion anymore. Look how empty the streets are. Alright. Why am I living in a depressing city? This bird, it's got like 3 reactions. There's like this, the standard one. Then when you hover over him, his eyes get really big, and when you click on him, his eyes go like, ah! Alright, I'm gonna load my previous save. I think that was my previous save. This was way old. This was like my first ever city here. Really not much going on there. I thought this would be maybe in order. It's called Don't Die. That was my most recent save. I think I'm back now. Yeah? Isn't this a much nicer town? Look how alive and vibrant it is compared to where I was before. Let me see that building. Do I have that building? Yeah. So this is the tallest building that I have in my city. You can count all the floors if you wanted to. It's called Gigastore, yet it's called a hotel. Well, which is it? Is it a store or a hotel? You can tell me. Maybe like half of it is the bottom half is the store? Mixed use, perhaps? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna follow this guy on the bike. Actually, he's on a scooter. Kind of just relax and follow this guy. Okay! You can just get off your scooter and walk the other way. Where are you going? Oh, he went to into this place. Drugstore 2.0. Because your normal drugstore is just no good. A lot of people walk over this bridge. I guess that's good. I know eventually you can unlock, I think it's like cycleways and pedestrian walkways and stuff, but for now, oh, that guy almost fell off the bridge. Watch out, buddy. I'm not responsible for anything. Should anything happen to you. Actually, I am. I'm the one who built it. Your money, your tax dollars pay for it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some fun with this this game for sure. I'm sure a lot of people will have a lot of fun with this game. Definitely is not SimCity 2013. But I gotta say, you know, after that, my expectations and the expectations of a lot of people were lowered significantly. We were just spoiled with SimCity 4. That game has been going on strong for 12 years. We've just been waiting for a sequel, and one finally came, and was it the 10th anniversary of SimCity 4? It just, I don't know, it wasn't what we wanted it to be. I know no one had the actual fault. I can't blame anyone at Maxis or anybody because it was probably a corporate decision, but that's a debate for like another time. Right now, we're here for the hype of Cities XL. This isn't Cities XL, this is Cities Skylines. I never did play Cities XL. I don't know, I don't think the style of it was really my thing. I didn't play City Life either. I think, what other game did Paradox make? Oh, I got it at the tip of my tongue. It was another game you could like make transport networks and stuff. Oh, I should really know it, but I don't. I'm coming up with a blank. Too much on my mind, I guess. But no, I am looking forward to the game. I hope I was able to show you what was possible in my little sneak peek of it. How come there's no trains going this way anymore? They don't like me anymore. Here comes a train. I guess they're just coming from this direction. The draw distance in this game and like the distance of where stuff comes from, like you can see the trains all the way out there, outside of the city limits. I could be like all the way over here and you can still see trains and cars and stuff so far back. Like that's something that we've been looking forward to for a long time. That's something I like to see. I really created some train gridlock here. Wow. I thought building a line to bypass the freight station would help. If anything, it just made things worse. I'm excited to see what kind of things people make, like those rail yards and stuff. Let's follow this train guy. If he can ever get through. Cities in Motion, that was the game. Yes, yes, that is the game. Thank you. Come on, get out of the way, train. Go! Go, go! Oh no, you missed your time! It was if I treated this like a four-way stop, I would have went. Go, 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 go! Oh, he went right through the other guy! I keep going. How come I lost him? The pollution around the industrial zone looks like a lavender field. That purple pollution. I'll get you a glimpse of it when I'm done following this train. Why is there a train? Hurry up, buddy. Stopped on the other side of the tracks. Then leaving the city borders. So some people have complained that they don't like the fact that there's already highways and rail lines out in their in the city to be connected and whatever. I kind of share their opinion, because why would I build, for example, a freeway through my city if there's already a whole bunch orbiting it, right? They're somewhat close, right? Like I could maybe build one over here to link this up and one down there, but it would just be crisscrossed in freeway. So if that's what you're going for, I mean, you're going to have a lot of highways, but there's some people that don't want a lot of that. They want it to be a little bit more simplistic. I would have liked to maybe just see maybe one or two connections from the outside world instead of, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, and you can connect them here and stuff, right? And 4, 5, there's 5 connections. So that's quite a lot. And then the railway, I believe there's just 2. So there's one that kind of exits that way, and then it comes out the other side here. So that's a little bit more, that's a little bit better. I mean, more places have rail going through there than highways. And then this is for shipping. I guess that kind of goes out to the water's edge kind of thing. This has got to be my favorite road type right here. The four-lane road with grass and trees in the middle. Looks really nice. I don't think I really did see one with the grass in the middle. I'm just gonna upgrade. I know it's called upgrade, but it really is a downgrade. Just to see what it looks like. So I can compare it. Yeah, it looks a little bland. It's just the detail here. I like it, but maybe that's just me. But I really like the neat trees and the nice sidewalks and stuff. It just looks like a very inviting street, very nice streetscape, and it's something that I'd love to design and build in my city. I wish my own city had, in real life, had more of these roads. They just look beautiful. They really do. The immersion, when you get down to this level, like, look at this. You've got, like, the skyline over here. I know the name of the city is City Skylines. Got a mountain in the background. Some factories over here. I guess if I got rid of the stupid demand things. Suburbs and stuff. I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, this is the 6-way intersection of Doom. Right here. My masterpiece. My nightmare, whatever you want to call it. Even the crosswalks don't really know what's going on. They like kind of fade out. It's just like, you want to cross this way? Maybe not. You might want to go somewhere else. It's kind of funny. But yeah, you can just go on and on and on. And another nice little detail, like I really like these bus bays. They're nice. They fit well, and there is enough room on like the right of way of the road to fit them in, and they look great. Did a very good job. And as I said before, I also need to study some transit maps to figure out how to plan bus routes, because right now I've just kind of been building them kind of all over the place just to see how they work. No load time, just go, 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 and everything's in perfect, oh, almost perfect resolution and frame rate and everything. Yeah, there's roundabouts. I don't know if they're like a true roundabout though. So I think there's two kinds. I've built one of each. Might be best for me just to show you there. So this is the large roundabout, which actually is like more of a highway. Like you can actually go 100 kilometers an hour around this. If you ever wanted to, I mean, it's there. You have that opportunity. And you can't build anything in the middle. And there are intersections still and stuff. And then the smaller one is just over here, as a good example. It's one-way road, and you can build stuff in there. Again, intersections, so not the best, but at least there's no stoplights. Like, you can just keep going and just yield for pedestrians and stuff. Might look a little bit nicer if I was to upgrade this. Oh, I just became a capital city again. I did that before I increased my budget insanely to build those dams. And then just for the hell of it, I'll just show you this. So this is the standard three-way intersection. I've built much better angled on and off ramps than this, but I like, because this is prefab, of course, it's nice and smooth, so you don't need to worry about that. Though the grading, especially on this side, ugh, it can be a little bit better. So I kind of built something like that over on the other side over here, but it was my own creation. Yeah, a little bumpy, a little clunky, but you know, it was my first one. And if you really used a lot of time and skill, and of course a lot of trial and error and patience, if I spent an hour or more on this, I could probably make it a lot more realistic than what it is. So yeah, I'd like to thank Paradox Entertainment and Simtropolis for giving me the opportunity to play this game before release. I certainly had a lot of fun doing this, and I came into it in the dark, and they kind of just shoved this in front of me. It's like, play this game. And how could I say no, really? So I plan on buying the game tomorrow. I'm not a person who pre-orders stuff, but I will buy the game. And I will certainly do a series on my YouTube channel called Building a City from Scratch, or maybe I'll call it Building a Skyline from Scratch, since this is not SimCity, this is Cities Skylines. No, this isn't SimCity 5. SimCity 5 was never made. There was SimCity 2013. This is not it. Is the game buggy? There are some bugs, but I think they are relatively minor. Traffic for a city of this size is pretty nuts. Like, I only got 32,000 people, yet I've already got a 12-lane freaking road that has traffic congestion on it. 3-lane off-ramps. So, I mean, I like that, though. But remember that I'm coming from SimCity 4, where traffic just disappeared. So that just kind of prevented the illusion of any kind of, like, colossal traffic jams and gridlock, because even if you had really high traffic, you wouldn't be able to see it. Here, the cars don't disappear nearly as much, and yet I've seen people complain about disappearing cars. And when I look at that, I almost laugh. I'm like, dude, you gotta play SimCity 4, because even with mods to help prevent cars from disappearing, they just vanish all the time. So that's one thing. One of my other minor complaints, of course. I'm sure if I redid this, I would be able to get rid of this, but there are 6 right turn lanes here. You can't go straight. Every car here ignores that. They're all breaking the law, except for the boss that turns from the very edge. It goes that way. So, I mean, it's just little minor finicky things like this that I'm sure they can easily be updated and patched and stuff, right? One of my bigger complaints, mostly because I'm used to SimCity 4, was the inability to change the direction of your one-way roads. I experienced a lot of problems when I first started out this city. You'll see it in part 1 or whatever, and yeah, it was not too bad. The music, I have it turned down to half because there's a lot of people that they thought that the music was too loud, but I can turn it back up just so you can hear the score. I think it's nice. To me, it's a little short, like it's been repeating a couple times. No, I won't put main volume up. I'll put the music volume up, just so you can kind of hear it. If I zoom away from the traffic noise, you can hear it a bit more. So yeah, it's a little short compared to SimCity 2013 and even SimCity 4. But, I mean, it does have that feel. It has that vibe. Like, this is a simulation game. You are building cities, and that grandeur music and stuff. I'm looking for words. Just gives you that scale of epicness, I guess. My frames per second are fine. I'm streaming at 30 frames a second. YouTube can only do 30 frames per second. However, I did buy a GTX 970 graphics card the day I got my hands on the pre-release copy last week. So I don't know how fair that is, but I was able to run everything on max. So what you're seeing here is maximum. Yeah, SimCity 3000, in my opinion, had the best music. Hands down. SimCity 3000 is also my favorite SimCity game out of the box. Right? And so one other thing to pay attention to when you're comparing City Skylines to, say, SimCity 4, make sure you compare it to SimCity 4 out of the box and not with mods, because that's a little unfair. I don't want to give it, an unbiased view or whatever. I know it's been many years, over a decade since, I wouldn't say since, but between the two releases of the games, but, each holds its own. It looks like I have a disconnected road here. I didn't even know. Yeah, I'll connect it with this. I'm on the upgrade tool. The snap always seems to come back on whenever you don't want it either. Space already occupied. Sometimes it's a little finicky. But it's something we'll all get used to. I'm sure people will come out with special ways to do things more efficiently, and there'll be lots of mods and prefabricated stuff that you can add to your city. Might be some DRM too. I know Paradox has done stuff like that. But I mean, the base price of the game, I think, is $32 Canadian. I think it's 30 in the States or something. I'm not super sure, but you know, compare that to the launch price of SimCity 2013, which was a full $60 or $80 for the deluxe. But I see that as an opportunity to say, okay, I didn't pay full price for the game. I could maybe spend $2, $3 on some of the add-ons that I really like, and they can get away with it. I'm not going to complain too much. But for 2013, I was kind of, I had my foot down saying, I am not going to buy any DRM or any downloads that cost money. Then again, I've been very spoiled because SimCity 4 had all their mods for free. Everything's free. So maybe my opinion isn't as up to date as it should be. I haven't really seen a lot of car accidents. Most of the time the cars just kind of drive right through each other. I mean, I can't really complain. Building a city game like this will have those problems. I've seen the trains. You've seen the trains come through each other too. Sometimes that just happens. So this is my first city. So don't get mad at me for the very shoddy design. It was an experiment. And I definitely learned a lot. Going forward, I will definitely think about the mistakes that I've made to build better cities. More efficient cities, nicer looking cities, crazier cities. One thing I really wasn't fully able to explore was these district things. But I think it's because I really didn't have a whole lot of access to certain things. Like here I can finally put in a district because there's agricultural land here, if you see on the graphics. Or the infoglyphs, or whatever you want to call them here. Where am I? Yeah, districts. So let's build, I don't know. I think over here is farming, so does it really tell me? Okay, so what do I do with this? I don't know. This is something I'll have to learn in the full game. Can I make this like bigger or smaller, or is it just that little segment of land? I have no idea. But it's kind of nice because you can like name certain parts of your city, like different subdivisions or districts or whatever. Yeah, that's what they call them, districts. So like downtown, for example, if I was building taking advantage of the whole size of the map, right, I could say downtown was right here. And I could put that nice thing there that just says downtown, and then over here it could be like, you know, generic suburbia, and this over here would be like Mountain View. It's just those little nice things that make the game feel a little bit more realistic, a little bit more alive, a little bit more immersive than any other city builder that I've played. And that's something that we've been looking for. I think we found it with this game. You can paint the districts. Makes sense to me. I'm not going to get into it in this stream. The building detail, just look at it. I mean, it's somewhat generic, but I'm really looking forward to a lot of special mods. And I like some of the nice things on top, like the moving fans and radiators on the top. And all the nice little rooftop features. Not a lot of grit, but I'm not really looking for that. Like even this one has like escape chutes, and if you zoom in really close, depending on the building you're looking at, like see how like the reflection changes as I'm going through? Like in the windows here? Like, that's a neat little feature. I like that. There's a little grit on the satellite dish. Park has robbers or something in it. Crime rate is high at small park. Then there's little quirks like this, like you've got like 200 people in a very tiny space waiting for a bus that carries 30 people. Think about how many buses that would take. You just have to do the math based on how many people you count. Right? It could be 7, 7 buses before all these people are finally on their way. Here comes one bus. And it's gone. It's probably, I would assume it's full. Yeah, it is. If it said that this bus still had some capacity left, I'd just be like, what? Let's follow the ambulance. As soon as the bus gets out of the way. One thing I also saw, it would be nice to see it, but I can understand from a design standpoint that it would be terrible. Getting the cars to kind of get out of the way for the ambulance. So many ambulances. I'm still following the ambulance all the way up there. I don't know what the biggest map size is. I think you can purchase like 6 or 9, 2 kilometers. Yeah, it's 9. So that's 4 times the size of SimCity 4 large city. So 8 kilometers squared. But I've seen some mods that you can do 25 tiles or something I've been reading about. So as more gets unlocked, and depending on the power of your computer and stuff, you'll be able to make more tiles useful to you. And I mean, there's certainly a lot of room if you wanted to utilize it all. And it's all one city too. You don't have to leave this tile and come over to this tile like in SimCity 2013. It's all continuous, all in one city, all there, all like perfectly connected. I could keep going. The highways, I know they could be better, but I do know that it's a top priority to be fixed. Like, I'd like to see exit lanes here and, you know, this here. And I generated something that contrasted me to 2013 as well. There's grass on the highway here, just the way I built it. And at the city entrance in SimCity 2013, that is the first thing you see, because the entrance to your city from the highway has a line of grass growing through the road. That is not the case here. So if I go over here, dead person waiting for transport, I don't want to hear that. That's also kind of weird, that death care kind of stuff. Right, there's no grass here. Still looks a little clunky, but I still think it's better. Depends what your expectations of the game are. I will give my overall impressions of the game in the coming days. So watch out for that. I'd love to see some kind of NAM additions and stuff, but they've really done a good job with the base road networks themselves. Like, there's a lot of variety. You can put trees and grass, 4 lanes, 6 lanes, highways, 6 lanes one way if you really wanted to, like I did. Like, that's really enough to get you started. Having intersections at different transition points, like bridges and stuff, does take away from the realism a bit. But I mean, functionality first. The game functions quite well. And this little chirpy thing, it's a neat little feature. Having them like stuck at the top there is, I don't know about that choice. But it's really not that annoying. I'm sure you could turn down the tones and stuff. I don't find them annoying. I know some people do. This looks like a haunted graveyard right now, because it's in a polluted area of town and it turns the grass into lavender. Why? I don't know, but doesn't that look like a lavender field? It's supposed to represent pollution. But all I see is flowers and stuff. So that's supposed to represent polluted land. And then before I put in these water treatment plants, the river was also kind of purple with all the sludge. Oh, look, oh yeah, I can build a harbor now. Okay, give me a sec. I never did take a quick look at the harbor, so I'll do that right now. I'm just going to build these really quickly. Get them all watered up and powered up. Looks like they're all connected, so... I still want water. I thought you were watered. Water up, buddy. I don't even care. Just gonna put the simulation on really high, really fast, just to kind of see what these ports do. Or I could have my whole city start to lose power because I didn't connect the voltage lines. Grr. Another little pet peeve. Again, like minor things. There's no major fatal error with this game. And no DRM, no server issues or anything like that. So it's got that going for it. You gonna do anything, or do you still need a little time? It's kind of expensive to run. Well, let's get on with it, guys. Alright, super fast speed. I'll put the main volume all the way up, just so you can kind of hear the noise of some stuff. They changed the pollution to gray in a different build. I guess that's a bit better. I was looking for more like brown or something. But I guess we'll see what happens when the full game comes out. Alright, I'll revisit that a little later. Is it because this bridge is too low? Or too high? It's not high enough? Maybe I should have built it out there. I don't know. I'm going to call it there, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in and checking out my playthrough of Cities Skylines pre-launch. Sure was a lot of fun to get my hands on, and look forward to playing the full game. Hopefully you had a good time viewing it as well. I have... my expectations, I should say, are a little bit higher now. They raised the bar a bit. So I'm looking forward to playing the full game, as is pretty much anyone who's watching this, right? So yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you a little later on. Maybe